What would you do if you were sent to prison for 27 years just because you wanted freedom for your people? Most people would give up, but not Nelson Mandela. His story is about courage, forgiveness, and hope, and as you listen, this story will also help you improve your English. Let's start learning English with the story of a powerful personality. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in a small village called Mvezo in South Africa. His father was a local chief, and his mother took care of the family. From a young age, Mandela learned about leadership, respect, and community. But he also saw something deeply unfair. His people were not treated equally because of their skin color. At that time, South Africa was ruled under a system called apartheid. It was a law that separated black and white people in every part of life: schools, hospitals, buses, and even neighborhoods. Black people were treated as if they were less important. Mandela knew this was wrong, and he decided to change it. He went to school and later studied at Fort Hare University, one of the few universities open to black students. Mandela studied law because he believed that understanding the law was the first step to changing it. But even as a student, he spoke out against unfair rules. His courage often got him into trouble, but it also made him stronger. After finishing his studies, Mandela moved to Johannesburg, the largest city in South Africa. There, he worked as a lawyer, helping poor black people who were treated unfairly by the government. He listened to their pain and saw how deeply apartheid had hurt their lives. Mandela knew peaceful action was needed, not hate, but courage. In 1944, he joined a political group called the African National Congress, ANC. The ANC wanted equal rights and freedom for all South Africans. Mandela became one of its most active young leaders. He organized protests, marches, and speeches to show the world how unjust the system was. He believed that peaceful resistance could bring change. But the government didn't agree. They arrested protesters, banned the ANC, and used violence to silence people. Mandela was arrested many times, yet he never gave up. After years of peaceful protests that didn't work, Mandela and others decided to form a secret group to fight more strongly, though they always tried to avoid harming innocent people. In 1962, Mandela was arrested again. This time, the government accused him of trying to overthrow the state. In 1964, he was sentenced to life in prison. He was sent to a cold, harsh prison on Robben Island near Cape Town. The conditions were terrible. Mandela worked long hours, breaking stones under the hot sun. He slept on a thin mat on the floor and was allowed only a few visits from his family. But Mandela never lost hope. Even in prison, he became a teacher. He taught other prisoners about history, law, and leadership. He encouraged them to stay strong and to keep believing in freedom. He once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Those words became famous all over the world. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, almost 3 decades of his life. But while he was behind bars, the world began to change. More and more people started to protest against apartheid. Countries around the world spoke out for Mandela's freedom. His name became a symbol of peace, courage, and resistance. Finally, on February 11, 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from prison. The moment he walked out, millions of people celebrated. The world watched as this old man, with a kind smile, raised his fist and waved to the crowd. But what surprised everyone was his heart. Reporters asked him if he hated his enemies. He said, "When I walked out of the gate, I knew that if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." That message of forgiveness touched millions. Mandela didn't want revenge, he wanted peace. He wanted black and white South Africans to live together as one nation. In 1994, something amazing happened. South Africa held its first democratic election, where everyone, black or white, could vote. Nelson Mandela won that election and became the first black president of South Africa. It was a dream come true for millions who had suffered under apartheid. As president, Mandela focused on healing the nation. He worked to bring peace between races and improve education, housing, and jobs for the poor. He even used sports to unite people. During the 1995 Rugby World Cup, Mandela wore the national team's jersey, a symbol of the white community, and gave the trophy to the team captain. That one act brought the whole country together. Mandela served as president for 5 years, from 1994 to 1999, and then stepped down peacefully. He could have stayed in power longer, but he believed true leadership meant giving others a chance. After leaving office, he continued working for peace and human rights around the world through the Nelson Mandela Foundation. People everywhere respected him, leaders, children, and even his former enemies. Many called him Madiba, a respectful title from his tribal heritage. Mandela's calm smile, gentle voice, and wise words inspired millions. He believed that no one is born hating another person. People learn to hate, and they can learn to love too. Nelson Mandela passed away on December 5, 2013, at the age of 95. The entire world mourned him. Flags were lowered, songs were sung, and people shared stories of how he changed their lives. But his message still lives on. Today, the power of forgiveness, the importance of equality, and the courage to stand for what is right. Mandela's life reminds us that real strength is not in anger or revenge. It is in patience, love, and hope. He showed the world that one man's kindness and courage can truly change a nation. Nelson Mandela's journey from a small village boy to a world leader teaches us that no dream is too big and no struggle is too long. He proved that forgiveness is stronger than hate and hope is stronger than fear. And remember, as you listen and learn from stories like this, you're not just improving your English, you're improving your mind, your heart, and your spirit.